Hey, what's up guys, my name is legoletegamer and welcome back here guys to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. In today's video guys, I'm going to be bringing you the best class setup for the Titan. So just recently I've been using the Titan and I've been having a lot of fun using this gun. I mean, with the right attachments this gun can be quite deadly, and today guys I'm going to be sharing you my best class setup for this gun and how to make it extremely overpowered. So if you guys do enjoy this video, I would really appreciate a like rating. That would really help me out guys. And if you are new here to my channel, make sure you do definitely subscribe for some more Call of Duty content. And also make sure you do definitely tap the little bell icon next to my subscribe button so it'll always notify you every single time I upload a video. But anyway, let's get straight into the video. So the Titan is the only really close competitor to the raw LMG, which I do see used more often than this gun, but honestly with the right attachments this gun can be quite good. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. So let's get straight into the attachments right now. So the first attachment I'm going to be using is the red dot sight. Now the red dot sight is something I feel like you need with this gun just for the fact that the iron sights are very stale. They're not really good for me, and the iron sights are pretty much like a hybrid scope. They don't really fit me that well and I feel really uncomfortable when I use them. So that's why I would highly suggest using an optic sight. You could use the Elo sight or the Trojan sight, but I feel most comfortable with the red dot sight. But that is definitely going to help you out with those longer range gunfights, especially because the red dot sight or Elo sight, whatever sight you're using, is definitely going to enhance your accuracy, and that's why I use that attachment. Now the next attachment I'm going to be using is quick draw. Now quick draw is definitely an attachment you want to be using it with an LMG. I do need to say this gun is very good at mid-range and long-range distances. It's still very good up close, but the strong points is longer range gunfights. So that's really where this gun is extremely good, and where it really beats out the other LMGs is that fact that literally at longer range distances this gun is an absolute beast, but at closer range distances that's where the raw is pretty much going to be your choice, because at close range distances the raw is a little bit better than the Titan. But trust me, with this attachment quick draw, it's definitely going to help you out still win those up close and personal gunfights. It's definitely going to help you a lot just because you're going to be ADSing faster and you're going to get the first couple of shots with the enemies, and once you get those first couple of shots, the next it's probably going to be like 50% of the time you're going to win the gunfight. So that's why I like using quick draw, and it's definitely an attachment you would want to use on an LMG just for the fact that it has a very slow and sluggish ADS time. So that's why I put on quick draw. Now the next attachment is going to be foregrip. Now foregrip is something I like to use with this gun, even though this gun has minimal to no recoil at mid-range and also close range distances. At longer range distances you can see the recoil kick up a little bit, which is a little bit of a problem to me. I mean, you couldn't use foregrip with this gun, that's fine, but I like using foregrip just for the fact that I get rid of those extra recoil that it might have at longer range distances. But like I said, this gun is quite accurate at pretty much any range, and you're not going to be seeing the recoil kick up too much. But like I said, occasionally the recoil will kick up a little bit, but that's not too much of a problem, so that's why I would just put on foregrip to counter that. Now that is going to be the attachment class setup. That's pretty much the only attachments I use with the Titan, and it's a pretty good attachment, trust me. I mean, you could also throw in stock or something like extended mag or something like fusion mag, but I feel like this class and attachment is pretty much just going to be very good for the Titan, and you don't need to use a lot of attachments, which is a good thing for this gun. And also, if you have the epic variant of this gun, which I believe is called the Hacks variant, it basically already comes with an optic sight, so you don't have to really pick a reticle sight for this gun. Instead you can just stack it up with attachment, which is also a very good thing. But I don't have that variant, unfortunately. I have the Titan Reconnoiter, which is pretty much the rare variant of the Titan. But like I said, any of the variants is going to do for this class setup. I'm just going to be using those attachments, and those are something that I like really using, and it does really stand out with the gun, and it's definitely going to maximize the capabilities of this gun. But anyway, let's get straight on into the perks that I'm using. So the first perk I'm going to be using is Ghost. Now I don't use dexterity with an LMG most of the time just because you're pretty much stacked with ammo. It pretty much takes about 8 to 10 kills when you're really going to reload your entire mag. But like I said, most of the time with an LMG you don't want to be really running dexterity. You want to be using something like Ghost or Recon or Blind Eye, but I'm going to be using Ghost. Now Ghost is very good, even though I'm not going to have a silencer as an attachment. I'm not going to be very stealthy. One thing that I do like about Ghost though is when there's a UAV up on the enemy side and you're just pretty much want to flank the enemies, it's going to be helping you to stay hidden so nobody can know where you are, and you can pretty much get feeds and triple kills and double kills just because you're getting behind the enemy spawns, and that's something I really like to do, and that's why I like using Ghost as a perk, and it definitely does help me out to do that. Now the next perk I'm going to be using is Scavenger, of course. Now you could also have an exception to Scavenger. You could use something else if you have the Man at Arm traits, but I unfortunately don't have the Man at Arm traits. I'm not running that. I was using the Claw, the Warfighter combat rig with the Claw payload, so you don't necessarily have to have the Man at Arm traits, but that's pretty much an exception to Scavenger. But I still like to use Scavenger just to replenish my ammo, just in case for some reason I just absolutely empty out my mag and I don't have enough ammo, or I don't have any scav packs near me. That's why I would really suggest using Scavenger, because it's always going to ensure you that you 100% always have ammo in your mag, and it's definitely going to allow you to go on higher kill streaks. So that is going to be perk 2. And now also for perk 2, I'm running Hardline just to get my score streaks a little bit faster. Now you could also use something else like Cold-Blooded or Tracker, which is also very good, but I'm just going to use Hardline so I can get my score streaks faster. Now for perk 3, I'm going to be using Hardwired. Hardwire is definitely a perk I like to use in this game. It's definitely something I absolutely love. I mean, if there's a counter UAV up on the enemy side, it's definitely going to help you to stay stealthy, and also you can see the UAV minimap, which is something I feel like is pretty much the most indispensable thing in Call of Duty. It's just the minimap. It's definitely going to make you pretty much reliable on it, so I really like running Hardwired with this gun. Not only that, Hardwired, the perk, also it counters a whole lot of other things like trip mines and zero mines, which are also very annoying to get killed by. So that's one thing that I really like about Hardwired. But like I said, Hardwired is definitely a very solid perk that I like to use for pretty much all of my class setups. And also you could also have an alternative to this. I always like to give another option for people if they don't have Hardwired. You could also use Dead Silence, which is a very good perk as well, which is pretty much going to silence your footsteps and also your exosuit. So it's definitely, that is something very good, especially if you like to boost jump a lot in this game. I mean, boost jumping is used a lot in this game, so it's definitely going to help you with Dead Silence to pretty much silence that so nobody can know where you are. And especially with the people who have headsets on, who have a pretty decent headset, they can probably hear you, and Dead Silence is definitely going to help you to stay stealthy. But I'm not going to really go for a stealthy kind of class setup. I'm just going to go for a general kind of rushing class setup, so that's why I'm really going to be using Hardwired as a perk. And Hardwired is definitely a very solid perk in this game. I absolutely love it. But that's pretty much going to wrap up and sum up the class setup for the Titan. Like I said, my few kind of thoughts for this gun: it's definitely a very good gun. The strong points are definitely mid-range and longer range distances. This gun is an absolute beast, and it just pretty much melts. Like I said, if you use this gun the right way, you could pretty much never lose a gunfight. It's something that I really like about this gun. And those two gameplays that you're seeing right now is one gameplay I went 37-1, which was just pretty much insane. I mean, I think I joined late also as well, which was pretty good. And then also the next gameplay is where I think I went 44-9 or something like that. But pretty much the Titan is something I like to use, and it's definitely a good alternative to the raw LMG, which I do see people use a lot in this game. I mean, the raw is definitely an LMG I see used a whole lot. But I mean, if you're just kind of tired of using the raw or the Mauler LMG, just switch to the Titan, because it's so much fun using this gun. And especially with this attachment and class setup, you're going to be seeing that this gun is just amazing, and it's pretty much going to get your kill streaks really easily just because of this class setup. But pretty much, guys, that's going to sum up the video for the best class setup for the Titan. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you don't forget to drop a like, and if you are new here to my channel, make sure you don't forget to subscribe for some more Call of Duty content, and I will be catching you guys in my next video. So God bless this nation. Peace out, guys. Peace.